talk about how yesterday we discussed, the potential shadow dropping of EA's Battlefield 6 Battle Royale mode. And I still feel the same way that I felt yesterday, right? But, I still want to talk about it now that we know it's 100% confirmed. So it is true. The free-to-play Battlefield 6 Battle Royale mode is coming out tomorrow. So it is being shadow dropped, essentially. I mean, it's one day. They announced it one day before. Whatever, it's fine. But they are shadow dropping a Battle Royale mode tomorrow. Whatever. I know a lot of people have their opinions on it. I kind of want to see where the chat's at on this one. For me personally, I just don't think Battlefield has that kind of player base that is going to take advantage of a Battle Royale. Not like Call of Duty. I feel like Call of Duty is more of the player base that would want to take advantage of a Battle Royale, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do understand that EA probably feels that they need to release a Battle Royale in order to fully compete with Call of Duty and whatnot. Because, think of it this way. I don't know if you guys realize, and we're going to bring it up in this conversation right now. I don't know if you guys realize, but Call of Duty has been desperately trying to stop Battlefield in any way they possibly can. And I'm talking about direct competition. And I like it. I like it. I really do. I feel like Battlefield is to Call of Duty like what Power World was to Nintendo. It woke them the fuck up. It made them have to say, oh shit, we can't just be writing the same shit over and over and over again and try to keep profiting off of it. Somewhere someone is going to bring out a better product and we're going to have to respond. So they've been directly competing. For example, during the Battlefield beta, they ended up releasing Call of Duty's Black Ops 6 essentially for free for people to play, right? And then they ended up letting the Black Ops 7 beta, they ended up extending it for the entire duration of Battlefield 6 as well for the release date. I mean, they did all this shit. They're trying to desperately compete with Battlefield. And now I'm going to tell you exactly what they're going to do, but I kind of want to get people's opinions. Kaida, Foot God Kaida in the chat says, I don't know if the playstyle will fit. And I got to agree, especially since, I don't know if you guys are aware, but they just released the patch. I haven't been able to experience it. I was thinking about playing tonight, but I'm not exactly too sure. They released a patch where supposedly they changed movement because people have been complaining about the movement in Battlefield and they're saying it's too similar to Call of Duty. So I don't know if they nerfed it. I don't know if they made it super slow or what. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they changed up the way that you can slide or whatever. I have no idea what they did. All I know is that they changed movement to counter all the complaints that they were getting about it being too close to Call of Duty. So I got to imagine that a Battle Royale, with the Battlefield system that might potentially be slower now, I just don't know if that's going to be something that people are really going to want to, play. And also, are we talking about squad Battle Royale? Are we talking about single player? I mean, let's find out. Let's look through this. So the Battle Royale is called Battlefield Redsec, and it arrives on October 28th. It says, it's no secret that Battlefield 6 will be getting a Battle Royale mode, which, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't. We kind of already knew this, but of course, we wait until official confirmation. Of course, it will, obviously, but also EA has already explicitly said it will. What it hasn't said is when that mode will go live, but now it has, and it's coming tomorrow, October 28th, the same day as the launch of Battlefield 6 Season 1. Now, I know a lot of people have questions about Battlefield 6 Season 1 because they don't want it to be something like they don't want it to be something like overly monetized like Call of Duty and whatnot. They don't want that, right? They really don't want that. So let's just take a look at this. Hold on really quick. So specifically, according to today's surprise post on X, Redsec will arrive at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. UK. I want to see this particular post. Let's check out this video. Hold on, let's see. Oh, there's really nothing to it. Oh, never mind. So they don't even show the fucking gameplay to this thing. Am I going crazy? Is there no gameplay to this thing? Probably not. Let's be real. So here's one thing I want to mention. Let me scroll over here. So when I say that they've been competing, okay, they've been competing hard, and it's pretty obvious. Black Ops has been making decisions that they would otherwise never make, but they're doing it because of specifically Battlefield. And when I say Black Ops, I mean Call of Duty as a whole. But they've been making decisions that are specifically to counter Battlefield, and I love to see it. I really do. I love to see it. I keep saying all the time that we need competition in gaming. This is the reason why I don't necessarily want there to be an end to competition in consoles. I don't necessarily want there to be an end between certain developers, and I want there to be competition. These guys are so busy trying to kumbaya, pretend like they're friends and anything, that they've lost their spirit of competition. And then when a developer comes out and releases something amazing, they all spend their time getting jealous instead of getting better. So Black Ops 6 free trial is going to attempt to combat Battlefield 6 Season 1. Now, they did the same exact thing during the beta, and it seems like they're doing it now with the release of Season 1. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is giving free access to its multiplayer and zombies starting October 28th. Of course they are. Coincidentally, Battlefield 6 begins its first season, which introduces the Battle Royale mode, Redsec, on this same exact day. With Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releasing on November 14th, many players are looking forward to what's in store for the new entry. While beta turnout was quite low, its predecessor Black Ops 6 was received quite well by fans and critics. However, the FPS throne seems to have been taken by Battlefield 6 this year, with its incredible graphics and fun gameplay. You would think Activision would let Battlefield revel in it for a bit. Well, it turns out it wants to cause some competition, and it should. It should cause some competition, because now they're getting to the point where they are desperate. That's just no denying it at this point, right? Like, they are absolutely, and it's so funny because when they were first interviewed, right, when the developers over at Call of Duty were interviewed, they said that they're not worried about Battlefield. They said they have no concern over Battlefield, and of course they're going to say that because they have to say that. But the truth of the matter is that you could clearly see the numbers and understand that there is a massive difference in popularity. And sure, the numbers are going to wait over time. That's obvious. I feel like everybody knows that. But I mean, I would rather wait over time with 700 something thousand concurrent players versus waiting over time with 100 or less, So competition is a great thing. It needs to continue to happen. Otherwise, they get stagnant. If there is no competition, these developers get stagnant, the studios get stagnant, and it really does lead to a worse product. It does. So if you look here, this is the official tweet from Call of Duty. Grab your squad. We've got Black Ops 6. Get access to Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies for free starting tomorrow. I can only imagine what the replies must be like on this post. I can only imagine. You know what? Let's break up this post out of curiosity to see what people are saying, because I'm sure there's going to be some roasting in these replies. Let's see. So this is it right here. Scroll down. Hoopsick, I don't know who this is, says W. It's got to be somebody partnered with them, probably. Let's see. Yeah. Kick streaming partner, Call of Duty music. Yeah. Okay. You know what's funny? You can pretty much tell who's partnered and who's not with a company, because the ironic thing is that the social media profile, what they have over at these companies is they have whitelists, right? You know how they have blacklists where they don't even reference certain creators, certain people. Well, they have whitelists too, where they are allowed to respond to certain people that are partnered with them. So if you ever see an account respond to somebody on X, chances are, like in a way like this, chances are they're probably partnered with them, or they're on some sort of whitelist where they're deemed safe or whatever to respond to or to engage with. That's just how it goes. Call of Duty Mutiny, I see what you're doing here, playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. All right, let's go past the show comments because we already know they're going to be there. Scroll down. Just under 3 weeks till Black Ops 7. It's genuinely hilarious how hard you guys are trying to stem the bleed due to Battlefield 6 success. This is where it starts getting the real comments. You got to scroll down a little bit and you'll see it. Can't play the game. Crashes on me every match. It's been fun, COD, but I'm moving to Battlefield. I'll miss you. Jason isn't in the slasher deathmatch. Bring it back, please. It was really fun, and the Chucky one sucks. Well, now we know who's buying the skins. If you don't put the open skill matchmaking from Black Ops 7 in this, I'm not playing it again. Battlefield got you scared, huh? I'd rather get kicked in the nuts by someone wearing steel-toe boots. God damn, bro. That's so aggressive. It's amazing. If you don't want us to play Battlefield, just say that. Casually tomorrow. Double Battle Pass XP. Turn on open matchmaking in Black Ops 6 during the trial. Literally just LOL. I see what you're doing, and it's cute. Inflating the numbers, I see. So, guys, I mean, everybody can see right through this, right? Everybody can kind of tell that this is obviously a response to it's obviously a response to Battlefield 6. Now, in terms of numbers, let's just go with SteamDB really quick. I want to check Battlefield 6. Let's go to SteamDB because the numbers have pretty much plateaued and stagnated for the most part with Battlefield 6. Although I think the numbers are slowly going to start going up again. All right, but the stagnation over at Battlefield 6 is a much higher level of stagnation than Call of Duty, without a doubt. It's almost at Call of Duty's best, right? So if you look here, Battlefield 6 has a 24-hour peak of 319,798. I gotta imagine too that a lot of these people are getting taken by a lot of these games that have released recently. I know that I haven't been able to play Battlefield 6 because I've been playing Ball X Pit, Escape from Duck Off, and fucking Tormented Souls 2 today. I've been playing literally nothing but indie games for the last like month, you know? So regardless though, 319,000 is a massive number, right? Obviously it's nowhere close to the 747,000 peak, but that tends to happen with these multiplayer games. But this is more than monetizable and more than usable. Now, if you do Call of Duty, let's just go here. Obviously not so much, right? 48,236. This has been pretty consistent for the most part. Anywhere between 50 and 100,000 seems to be the number, right? 50 to 100,000 seems to be the number for Call of Duty, which is still a good number. That's still like that's a number that absolutely could be monetizable. And keep in mind that Call of Duty over monetizes, especially compared to Battlefield 6 right now. We haven't seen what Battlefield 6's season 1 is going to bring. If they start bringing all kinds of fucking nonsense, then we can obviously address that when it happens. But for Call of Duty, a concurrent player count of almost 50,000 on Steam is worth a lot more money, ironically, than 300,000 right now on Battlefield. In terms of strictly monetization, like in terms of like not DLC, in terms of like skins and packs and all that shit, you know what I mean? Like they can make more money from that. But regardless, this number I think is going to jump up to probably 150,000, if not 200,000, when Black Ops 7 releases. That's where I think this number is going to be personally. It could be higher than that. I mean, they clearly have a pretty big player base, but this number was when Warzone 2 released. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Warzone 2.0 was when Call of Duty reached 491,670. Right? It wasn't even a mainline release. It was Warzone. It was their battle royale, which is probably why Battlefield wants to do their own battle royale, because they want to see what the numbers could potentially be if they were to do something that's free to play. Can they boost these numbers? Who really knows, right? So I'm very curious, very, very curious what's going to go down with this. But I do enjoy the competition. I'm glad that they're actually competing. I feel like they should be competing. And we'll just see what ends up happening from there.